Welcome back to the channel. Natsu here once again, and we need to talk about Under Night in Birth 2. Now, this is a game I love to death. I've been saying that before it came, when the beta happened, before the beta, I always been telling to all my friends, hey, play this game. Now, one of the things that Under Night in Birth 2 came with was that, rollback netcode is going to happen. I remember everybody saying, hey, rollback netcode is going to make that more people going into the game. And unfortunately, that hasn't been the case. Now, keep in mind that Under Night in Birth 2 released it technically almost a year ago. The moment of this recording is January 22, and the game came out last year in the 25th, right? Now, if we go over here, and I'm going to show you a little bit of context before I start talking about other stuff, because keep in mind that Under Night in Birth 2 is coming to Evolution for the second year in a row, which I'm happy, and I wasn't expecting it, just because playing online has been kind of like a hustle, and I will go in about that also in a few seconds. But if we go in Steam charts, and keep in mind, Steam charts is like I'm used this kind of data to have an idea of how will PlayStation numbers also be over there. But right now we have 179 in the last 24 hours. Sorry, 175 in the last 22 minutes. But if we go to Mortal Kombat, and I'll be explaining why I'm comparing Mortal Kombat here in a few seconds, you can see that 2,000 people have been playing the game. Now, how do I dare compare Mortal Kombat 1 with Under Night in Birth 2? Because people were saying, Natsu, you're crazy. There's no way that more people are going to Under Night in Birth 2 tournaments than Mortal Kombat. That's stupid. And I'm gonna be honest, I will be saying the same thing as I was you, but I have the data to show it. So before that, let me keep in mind I'm gonna show you a few tournaments before that. For example, DreamHack didn't have Under Night in Birth 2, but you can see that it had 59 entrants. And if you see something like Grand Blue Fantasy, which is something that you might compare to Under Night in Birth 2, have 40. Now, again, you always say, oh, DreamHack is a small tournament. But if you go over here, and you can see somebody like Ninja Killa, that's a Mortal Kombat player. They played Tekken, and it has 228 players. 356 had 218, sorry. But if we go over here, for example, see Otaku, right? Which of course is not going to have Mortal Kombat, because this tournament is known for it's known for being that tournament where all the anime fighting games take center stage, right? And it had 113, so excellent number for Under Night in Birth 2, right? But if we go over here, and this is when you can start comparing both games in the same tournament. So for example, in East Coast Throwdown 2024, October 11, Mortal Kombat had 83. If we go to Under Night, you will notice that it has 103. Now, what is happening? And you might say, oh, that's old data, it doesn't matter. But if we go to one that's going to happen this weekend, and I'll be talking about Frosty Faust in a few minutes in the video, because there's some stuff I want to talk about there. But for example, in Frosty Fausting, you can see that Under Night in Birth has 334. This tournament starts in January 24. A day before than the 25, so technically this tournament will be celebrating the first year of Under Night in Birth. Now, if we go to Mortal Kombat, where are you? 81. What is happening? How come this has 81 players and Under Night in Birth has 234? Right now, again, this is an Arc World qualifier. I get that makes the better numbers, but again, Mortal Kombat also making their series of tournaments, so you can go ahead, you'll be the Mortal Kombat champion, whatever, like Capcom Cup. I forgot the name for them. In the case of Mortal Kombat, what I'm trying to say is that even though there is a lot of people that like Under Night in Birth has always catered to the niche market of the hardcore fighting game player, where Mortal Kombat has been more for the casual. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong, or I'm not saying that's bad. What I'm saying is that Under Night in Birth 2 still can't say this because I want this game to be better, but the marketing has been horrendous. And I don't know how much to say this, but for example, there's a great content creators like so. For example, Lighting Hearts is an excellent under 9 in birth content creator, but and he has guys, and this is something that I want to mention. You might be seeing, oh my goodness, this guy is almost like 1 hour. The issue with under 9 in birth is that even though combos are easy to to you know to do, even though the advanced ones are harder to do, there's a lot of things that you need to do knowledge check. Use in tournaments. Use because of how combos works in birth, which is closer to Blast Blue because of the proration system. If you don't know what proration is, if you know, it's far super fast explanation. Proration means how much hit stun the character has during the combo. If you start with a light attack, technically the proration or hit stun that the opponent is gonna get is less, but at the same time it's easier to start a combo with lights because it's easier to open somebody with a light attack, unlike hard attack, which will give you more hit stun and also more damage, right? Because you start with a heavy attack, it will make you so that the combo will maybe last longer, or you can combo more stuff after that. Because again, the proration make it so that the hit stun is stay bigger instead of smaller. I think that's the best way to explain it. I love this game, and I want to do content for it. Like I do want to do it, but doing the guides, to be honest, is like a Herculean task. Just because you need to have a lot of data. For example, what is your combo starter? Do you have board pool? Uh, do you have access to the different properties that you might have in board pool with your for function? Using for function correctly. At the end, it's a lot of information to take, right? Anyways, getting back on track. Now, if you remember a few minutes ago, I was talking about also Frosty Faustine, not only the numbers, but I was going to mention that since Orge is coming in February, right? And Frosty Faustine is happening at the end of this week, right? January 24th. I will imagine that in the top 8, we will see finally a trailer for Orge, right? And people are gonna go crazy. I hope that's gonna happen. But the problem with this is that, as I mentioned, this character is coming in February. We don't know when he's coming out. This is just my assumption of the information I have gathered. But like I mentioned before, Under 9 in-birth II marketing team sucks. I don't know what's happening over there. Maybe it's just the way they go, or maybe there's just so team spread. They don't know how to handle it. Because again, the developers are great in making the game, but marketing has always been an iffy team with Under 9 in-birth. And the reason why I'm afraid that they might botch this once again is that, knowing them, they will be like, say, oh, it's coming in February and this is the release date, the first week of February. But the problem of releasing Orge the first week of February is that My Hero Nami from Fatal Fury is coming to Street Fighter 6. You cannot compare. And they have been doing this all the time. They have been releasing their characters or stuff at the same time that another fighting game company is doing it, and it's causing chaos. And people are not gonna buy or try Under 9 in-birth if they want to play with May, right? And I also the middle, like 26, I think, of February, season 2 for Grand Blue is starting. So it's a horrible time for them if they do this wrong. Hopefully they will say, hey, let's do it like in between, or maybe he's release it on January, at the end of January, and screw the February release date, and he's release it, right? Now I hope they might go that route so they can create a little bit more buzz with the game. And also maybe they will try like hey, we have like the game is now in special offer, it's on discount, buy it on PlayStation, Steam, wherever you want to buy it. And they can use that Frosty Faustine has their a small launching pad, even though they have Evo to do that. But yeah, anyways, I don't want to keep ranting. Are you excited for the game, or you don't care anymore, or you don't care about Orge? I care about Orge. I always wanted that character. That character should be dead, but it's fighting games. I'm looking at you, Heihachi, and they come back from the dead. And if they come back from the dead and I can play it, I will play it. Yes, I guess I'm a fighting game simp. Ugh. Anyways, as always, like and subscribe. Let me know your comments below, and yeah, see you next video. Bye bye.